Spirit Anon here. Right. And this is my friend Daniel. Hey Daniel.
Hi.
Welcome on my channel. And now Daniel, I will ask you some questions now and feel free to ask back same things. So this will be a podcast concerning mental health issues. So let's do this. So first of all, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Just got up from my friend's house.
Yeah?
Been a good day.
Oh, that's great, actually. I've been bored all day, so I'm so glad that we are doing this podcast today. So anything more like, how are you feeling? I don't know.
I'm feeling pretty okay-ish. Like, it's good, but it could have been better.
Well, I'm doing pretty good myself lately. I enjoy making these podcasts and videos on YouTube and editing them because it gives me like a dopamine rush, And happy hormones, serotonin, stuff like that. As for other things, I take antidepressant and antipsychotics, and antidepressant is called Sertagen, and it works fine. And as for antipsychotics, one is Abilify. It's a medicine that makes you more active, also antipsychotic, and other is olanzapine in monthly injections. So, are you taking any meds yourself?
Yes, I am. My main medicine is Xeplion. It's an injection. Every month I have to do it.
Yeah.
But if there's something that bothers me, I'm taking a Medazepam for calming myself down. And then there's the one cyclodol that's for the seizures when I something my hands get a little weird, like they shake.
All right, I see. I know about that. It happened to my friend. She started shaking and she
Yeah, it
was,
happens really often with
yeah.
antipsychotics because it's a side effect.
Jesus, I take Abilify and some people have a side effect of akathisia. It's like they are moving their legs a lot, their hands, stuff like that. So,
Yes, I've been to the mental hospital and seen a lot of this. Well, in my hospital, they just put them down and hold their hands with a rope.
oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's Russia. It's pretty hardcore.
Oh my God, okay. So are these meds helping you?
Yeah, they are, but they're not perfect. Sometimes I need to get myself, uh, like I need to hold myself straight and cope with this myself without the medicine.
I see. Well, at least somehow helping, right?
Yeah, well, any help is good.
Yeah, in our case, yes, very much. Even a little help. So, are you seeing any therapist?
Well, I must see a therapist, but there's no good therapist in our town. There's only the crappy ones, and they are working strangely. Like, there's not even a system for their therapy. They're just like talking to you, and that's all.
I see. It's the same in my situation because I come from a very small city in Poland, and we don't have like good mental health care here. But I moved out to the big city. I live there for 1 year now, and I have a therapist which is great. It's CBT therapist, and CBT is cognitive behavioral therapy. And I think it's one of the best therapies out there in psychiatry. So I wish that you will get it one day too.
Yeah, I think I will when I'll move to the big city. Because right now I'm like in a middle city. Like, it's not small, but it's not big.
I see. Okay. So you were diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia and something else before that. What was it?
Yeah, I don't know how it's called in English, but like dissociative personality disorder, I think. But in
Not
Israel, when they diagnosed me with this,
didn't
I
you,
got. Oh, wait.
I know only about this social personality disorder.
Yeah,
You know.
maybe the social. I don't know
So
how it's
so
called.
you know what? We have the same fucking thing because I was also diagnosed with this social personality disorder in America called antisocial. So
Yeah, but like in Israeli, they diagnosed me with this, but they scrapped it because I got in a big psychosis, and it doesn't happen
okay.
in
Yes,
this
exactly.
personality disorder.
That's why I'm not sure which one of my diagnoses is correct, because I had psychosis, but it might have been only like psychotic episodes, not full schizophrenia. But I have diagnosis of schizophrenia and dissocial, so I don't freaking know. But I was also diagnosed with depression and narcissistic traits, so there's a lot of that. And I'm not sure of some of those diagnoses, but I guess I should trust professionals and just go on with this and take meds and shit. So what do you think about your diagnosis?
I think that I have some traits of a schizophrenic person, but not all of them, and I got traits of something else.
Oh.
Because I talk with patients that have this diagnosis, and I'm in some parts I'm like them, but in some parts I'm definitely not like them.
Oh, Jesus, so that's maybe a whole new thing.
Yeah, so like one thing that bothers me that I see people, like full-blown people, and they act on themselves. And my doctor is saying that this can only happen if you do drugs, but I don't do drugs.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
that's
freaking.
strange.
That's strange.
Yes.
Maybe you're just. Maybe you are one of a kind and they don't have a name for it yet. I don't know.
Maybe, but like it would have been better if it just be regular schizophrenia because you can treat it, but in my case, you can just only guess with the medicine, like what works best, what works worst.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you can only guess what will good for you, what will be good for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had my medication like changed 1,000 times, and now I'm good, And uh,
Yes, they tried
mhm,
to prescribe me Abilify, and I used it for some time, but it
mhm.
got me really energetic, and
Yeah,
because of that I can easily go into psychosis, and I don't want that. And
yeah.
because of that they changed my medicine to some of the sedatic effects,
Right,
like
right.
Rispelet, you know, that
I know that.
risperidone.
I took
Yes, I
Rispolept.
used that for 2 years, and now my hospital has this new medicine called Xeplion. It's
Oh, I
like
heard about it.
Rispelet, but it's better with the side effects. And the
Oh,
main effects are basically the same.
that's good. I took Rispolept for like 2 days because I was waking at night with cold sweats and shaking. So I said no, fuck that. And
Yeah, but like when I started taking Rispelet, I got really fat, and because of that, I
oh,
needed to go exercising, and I did that for 2 years.
mm-hmm.
And then it got better. I know I not longer got fat, but now I have changed my medicine and I'm again getting fat, so I need
Oh,
to go training.
yeah, I have the same after olanzapine. I got like 20 kilos more because of that. Fucking hell. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
like medicine is kind of from good to worse, because some medicine gives you more weight, some medicine gives you less weight,
Yeah, yeah,
and
exactly.
like it takes away your weight. There's no in between that doesn't affect your weight.
I
That's really crazy.
I just have one thing to our viewers who are listening. Hey viewers, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take olanzapine because you will get fat. If you really need, this is a very good drug. Very good, works very good on psychosis. If you have to, just take it. You will gain some weight, but you can lose it later, right? Okay, so tell me please.
Yes, like I did.
Mm-hmm.
I got 10 kilos, and then
Oh,
like 3 months after I lost them. That's no big deal. You just have to exercise. Like
yeah.
I just walked 20 kilometers every
Oh my
day.
God.
It's not that bad. Like I just uh,
Uh
instead of
huh.
taking a bus to the work, I walk to the work.
Ah,
Like
okay.
it's
Uh
just
huh.
it takes 30 minutes longer, but it's magic.
I'm more of a bike person than walking person, but yeah,
Yes, the
yeah,
bike
do
is
that.
good too.
Do anything that will help you, you need to be healthy. So lose weight by exercising, diet maybe, and take medication. So that's that. Let's get further. Please tell me, what kind of symptoms are you experiencing exactly?
Yes, sometimes I get panic attacks,
Uh-huh.
but they're like not full blown. I just start worrying about something that never should happen, like the meteorite is going to crash into the earth.
Oh, I have the same fucking thing. Oh my god, this is so
Yeah,
weird.
but
This is
like I
so
can
weird.
control it. I just need to concentrate on something else or
Yeah.
take my medication. It's really easy to cope with.
Yeah, but I'm so surprised that we met like very not long ago, and we have similar like symptoms. Jesus, tell more.
Yes. So another thing, I sometimes hear voices. Well, not sometimes, almost every minute of it,
Uh-huh.
and its voices there are shaping with me. Like when I was suicidal, they talked about suicide.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm just walking around like normal person and just not thinking about anything, they just comment on things
Uh-huh.
like, "Oh, that's a good dog. That's a cute dog." Like,
Uh-huh.
or if I'm thirsty, they're just saying, "Dude, you're thirsty. Just go into the shop and get some
Uh,
water." Like this, just
also,
commenting on the environment and myself.
I
And
see. Uh-huh.
the other thing, when I get drunk, I know I shouldn't do that, but
Yeah,
I
it
can't cope with that without
happens.
help.
It
Yes.
happens. Yeah, it's okay.
Yes, I can't call myself an alcoholic, but when I worked, like every Friday or Saturday, I drank. It's
Oh,
not a good habit, but
no, no,
my
no.
work was a really hard one, so there's the only way to forget about things because I needed to work with some terrible shit.
You told me before that you don't have CBD where you live, and
Yeah, we don't have
That's
any cannabis
so
products.
that's so bad because CBD weed, I recommend it. My psychiatrist recommend it. It's good because it's not psychoactive. It doesn't have much THC, but it has a lot of CBD which relaxes you. So,
Yeah, I know about that. My friend is a drug addict and he knows
uh-huh.
everything about weed.
Oh, okay.
So he suggested me buying some light weed and smoking it, but I'm like, no, I can get in jail
No,
for that.
psychedelics, no. In case of like
No, I know
psychosis,
no psychedelics, no hallucinogens, no things that
no.
like speed you up. It's all prohibited because
Mhm.
it'll get worse.
Of course, no, do guys don't do that. Like, okay, every now and then, sometimes you just have to drink this beer, right?
Yeah,
But
like just to relax. I
the
like don't get wasted. I just drink like maybe 2 shots of vodka or hard liquor, and that's all. Maybe sometimes I get 2 bottles of beer,
to be
but
honest,
that's no biggie.
to be honest, guys, I do that too. So, but no, it's not a good example. I mean, we are not giving good example, mate.
That's
But
not an example.
I
That's
know
just
I'm joking. No, no. Everybody needs to cope somehow, right?
yeah.
But
And
but.
the third thing, I see people. I like it started like that. One voice
Oh,
in my head just he just appeared and
oh,
starting being like a second personality, but he didn't have control over my body. And I lived with that for I think 3 months, and then he appeared in my visual side, and he got some personal traits from me, and I somehow lost them.
oh
And like
my.
when he's around, I have that trait, but if he isn't, I don't have a trait. And he disappeared, and I lost that trait.
I see.
And it
Uh-huh.
happened like 3 times, and now a person, a woman, more like a
Mm-hmm.
girl, like I think in her
Mm-hmm.
20s, she is like, she has my musical skills because I play the bass guitar,
Oh,
and
nice.
when she's around, I can play it, I can compose music, but if she isn't around, I can't do it. But I learned to, how do you call it, call her. So
Uh-huh.
like,
Uh-huh.
I just, I just think about her, and she is appearing, and I can talk to her. I can gain back my trait of music and do things.
Your mind is awesome. I have to tell you, you have very plastic mind if you can do that stuff. I think. So that's all the symptoms, or do you have something else?
Well, and there's just the side effects, like sometimes a face, like you don't want to do anything, like not full-blown depression, you just don't want to do anything, but that's a side effect.
Some kind of anhedonia, like nothing would bring you joy, so you don't want to do anything, right?
Yeah, but like it goes to that even when somebody suggests something to go to the mall or to go hiking, I'm just like, no, I won't.
Oh, yeah, I have that too.
Like you just want to lay on a bed and do nothing.
That's withdrawal. That's negative symptoms, I think, of
yeah, that's side
schizophrenia.
effects.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what is this a negative symptom or just a side effect. Even my doctor can't know what it is.
I used to hear voices, and once I heard a Russian lady screaming at me in Russian, and I couldn't understand one word. I can understand Russian pretty good, but I couldn't understand her. It was annoying because I couldn't fall asleep. And just voices telling me bullshit like, oh, I can see you, I can hear you, and stuff like that. But with medication, they stopped completely. I don't hear anything anymore. I'm sometimes getting paranoid when something stresses me out, but it's rare now. I'm doing really good, so my symptoms are in remission.
Yeah, my symptoms are controlled, and as I found out, I can subconsciously control them.
Oh.
Because yes, it's very strange. I yet to learn how to control them consciously, only with the girl. But like when I had a psychosis for like I think 2 weeks, my parents they called an ambulance to get me to the psychiatric hospital.
Oh.
And I got there and seeing the terrible things there, like how they treat patients, how's life is there, yeah. And somehow my symptoms disappeared after 2 days without any medication.
Maybe you wanted to get out from there so much that they just.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, and I need to learn how to control it consciously so that I have a psychosis. I can just do something and it fades away.
Even a bit of insight is good because you have more control. You know that you are delusional. You know that you are hallucinating.
Yes, and the problem with schizophrenic people that when you're in psychosis, you don't understand that you're in psychosis.
Yes, exactly.
You're like, that's the real thing. Like you're seeing UFOs, you're seeing flying people, and you think that's real.
Yeah, exactly.
And nobody can, like, if somebody tells you that it's wrong, you're delusional, they'll just say, no, you're delusional, and that's all.
Okay, so how it's like to experience all of it? Is it tiring? Like you are tired? You're annoyed, angry, I don't know, sad?
Well, at the start, it was really scary because
I
thought I would lose my conscience, like my sanity, and never go back to the normal life. But now it's sometimes annoying, sometimes I get angry at it. But I learned to live with this, and now I'm living a, almost full life.
I think you are in your 20s, right?
Yeah, I'm 21.
You are 20, so you are 10 years younger than me. I'm 31. Yeah.
You're 31, yeah?
Yeah, I sound like a teenage boy, but I'm 31-year-old fridge. I'm not even a woman, I'm a fridge. Okay. You know how I got this nickname, Fridge Anon?
No, I don't know. Please tell me.
I posted on 4chan once that it happened to me a few days ago that my own fridge, told me that I'm hopeless. And they started like, what the fuck? And damned fridges, and they give me a nickname Fridge on 4chan. So that's that. That's
Yeah,
the
well,
story.
yeah, like my nickname is just Daniel. It's just my
Okay.
name because I have done nothing to gain a nickname.
Maybe your fridge will tell you one day something too, and it will be, I don't know, or washing machine, and I don't know. I hope not, because it was like, what the fuck? It was like disturbing. And never mind. Do you think that you will ever get better?
Yeah, I think I will because if I take my medication, if I sometimes, like someday, I will go see a therapist and start a therapy,
Yeah.
and then I'll think my symptoms will fade away and maybe even disappear. So,
I wish you that very much. I wish you the longest remission you can ever get, because I don't know if schizophrenia is curable, but you can be in remission for long, long, long years. And I wish you that.
yes, I know that when I went to the private hospital, they told me that I have a patient that got remission for 20 years.
Oh my god, that's awesome. That's really good. She forgot that she had this illness, and then after 20 years psychosis, right? Bam. But
Yeah, like, no, she hasn't forgotten about it because,
oh,
like, it
okay.
sticks with you forever.
Okay.
Like, that's a memory you will always have because that's kind of traumatic.
Maybe
But,
my diagnosis is pretty new, because I was diagnosed 3 years ago. I was 28, and one thing on the side, schizophrenia manifests in women develops around age 30, 25 to 30, and in men between 15 and 25, mostly
yeah,
in most cases. So yeah, it kind of fits. You are 21, I'm 31. It fits. Uh,
yeah, my schizophrenia first manifested like when I was 13, but it got into a full-blown
mm,
schizophrenia when I was 16.
okay, I see. I had some symptoms when I was a kid too. I was 13. I thought that I am a witch. I can cast spells on people. I was in delusion, but nothing too harsh. It was just it wasn't too harsh. I had worse. I had way worse, but that's later when we will talk about life experiences. So I often get this feeling of hopelessness, but it goes away and I feel okay. And how it is in your case? Are these kinds of feeling constant, or do you, I don't know.
No, like there, if there's a reason to be hopeless, I am. But if there isn't, it's like it's random. Like sometimes I feel hopeless, sometimes I don't, and it doesn't depend on anything. Like it can come out of the blue.
Okay, I get that. I get that. Maybe you want to share with us your life experiences, like maybe possible causes of your mental health issues slash disorders, and what might cause your symptoms. So, floor is
So
yours.
first thing about causing symptoms, you shouldn't do drugs that really
Yep.
affect your psyche because, well, it can be a good trip for you or it can be a bad trip. And if it's a bad trip, you're one step closer to mental illnesses.
Yeah, to Wonderland. And yeah, drugs and stress mostly. They are mostly causing mental illness.
Yeah, and there's the genetic factor because
Yeah,
if
that too.
your parents or aunts and uncles or just cousins have it, you're at the risk.
Oh, did your family? We'll talk about family later. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So your life experiences. Tell us a story.
So, as I told, it started with a voice that started living on its own.
Yeah. This.
Yes, and uh, then he appeared in my visual sense, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Uh-huh.
So I tried to fight it for I think 2 months, and then I just got tired of this and went to the doctor. He
Oh
said to me,
shit.
"We can't tell you what's with you now. You have to go to the hospital." Well,
Yeah.
that was a private hospital, so that was no biggie. it won't be in my record. So I went there. Been there for 2 weeks. It was
Uh-huh.
like I was at home, but I couldn't leave.
Oh,
Something like
okay.
that.
But comfy, right?
Yeah, it was comfy.
Oh,
I
I
was in
have.
a room with another man. He was just an alcoholic, but
Oh, okay.
when he's sober, he's a really good man.
You know,
We talk.
we can do another podcast about our experiences from psychiatric hospitals, like very deep. You know, we can talk about
Yeah,
anything.
well, I'll make it short. So,
Yeah. Okay.
got out of hospital. Then I decided to drink. Got in with a friend, told him everything, and we drank vodka, like the
Uh
entire
huh.
0.7 liters for two.
Oh. Ah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got pretty
Okay.
wasted. The next day, I get a panic attack again to the hospital. It happened like 3 times, and then I got suicidal. And
Oh.
the private hospital couldn't help me with that because they didn't have any restrictions. Like there were just blades on the table.
Oh
I could
yeah.
kill
Yeah.
myself like that, and because of
Yeah.
that, I had to go to the government hospital.
Public hospital, right?
Yeah, because there's no forks, there's no knives, there's no needles,
I know.
nothing.
I know. I know very good, but
Yeah, like there's nothing to hurt yourself or
yeah.
everybody else.
Listen up, viewers. So
Yeah,
first-hand experiences. I've been 5 times to psychiatric hospitals, each time public one, and I have few stories to tell, but that later. Uh,
yeah, more on that later.
More on that later.
So then that's how I got my record. But
Okay.
the good thing that came out of it, that in our country, if you have the disease, my disease,
Yep.
you get almost all your medication free. So I I stopped paying for my medication, and that was a huge boost for my budget
Oh, nice.
because because like one shot of my medication costed like 10,000 rubles,
Oh my
and
god.
that's really expensive for me because I earned like 25, and my parents were helping me.
Oh my god. Oh, you know,
Yeah, so
same in Poland. I mean, we pay for meds, but it's like a symbolic value. But meds for schizophrenia are refunded. So I have diagnosis, so I have refunded meds. I would pay way 1,000% more for that. Yeah.
yeah, like in our hospitals, we get all our necessary medicine for free,
Yeah.
and additional medicine. It's just like you get a 50% off.
Okay, I see.
Yeah,
I think it's similar here. Yeah, it's similar here. We don't live far away, so maybe it's, I don't know, similar customs. I don't know. Maybe in United States there is different. So, sorry, we're talking a lot. Okay, so if you want to share something more about your life experiences, you have time.
so just my life experience was the first hallucination that was pretty serious. When I was in a bus,
Yeah.
I looked at my hand and it had a hole in it.
Oh,
Yes, I could just see through it. I
oh.
like taken off my coat, wrapped it around my hand, and left at the bus station that had a toilet nearby. I just rushed to the toilet,
Oh my god.
went to the stall, and like shit, there's a hole in my hand. What do I do?
Oh my
Unwrapped
god.
it, and there was no hole in it. And like, whew,
Uh,
that
Phew.
was just a hallucination.
Yeah, it's nice feeling when you discover that it's just a hallucination, right?
Yeah, it's really good feeling, but like it's like taking something from you. You're like, no, give it back, and they're just giving it to you. Like you gain nothing, but it feels good.
Exactly. Okay, so maybe you can go to the part two now. Uh, I know that you prepared some questions for me, and you can ask away when I'm finished.
Yeah.
You can ask me the same things, I will ask you same things. Okay, so without further ado, so your questions.
Yes, so first let me know your diagnosis, but like not the diagnosis, your symptoms. What are they?
My symptoms are mostly paranoia and delusions, though I experienced in the past hallucinations, like 4 different types of hallucinations, even like tactile, so touch, auditory, olfactory, so smell or taste, and auditory, so like voices, and visual, so you see shit, right? And
Yeah, I got like three of them, like the auditory, like visual, and the tactile.
yeah, olfactory. I had one time I smelled gas in the apartment and I was so freaking out, And the neighbors told me that there was no gas leak, so I was like, okay, shit.
Yeah, definitely. So, how does it bother you to live in everyday things? Like, does it somehow restrict you in everyday things?
Yeah, I also have like paranoid personality disorder on top of everything. I
Hmm.
forgot to mention, and I'm mostly paranoid. Like I cannot go to the shop because people are staring at me or laughing at me and want to hurt me, and they are after me and shit like that. It happens less and less now with meds and therapy, but it happens still. I sometimes have to send my boyfriend to do the shopping, Uh, so this paranoia makes it hard to live, and negative symptoms also. So like withdrawal, social withdrawal. I don't feel like going out to people, and I miss out on the things. So that's that.
Yeah, like,
Do you? Uh-huh.
well, are you afraid to meet new people? Like, they might know about you something that you don't want them to know.
Uh, Sometimes, very rare. This is very rare now. In the past, I was avoiding any social situations, but now it's a bit better. So, yay. Uh,
Yeah, so about people, when do you think that it's a good time to confess about your symptoms and diagnosis?
my mother and everyone actually told me not to talk about my schizophrenia, especially schizophrenia, because
Yeah, they told me
because
the
people
same
will
because,
people will be mean to me and I can have problems at work, etc. And I was at the beginning I was telling them that I'm depressed, right?
yeah,
But later they got to know me, they liked me, and I was like, what the fuck? I want to break this stigma. I don't want to hide, It's not like I'm showing off. Why? Look, I have schizophrenia, because there's nothing to show off. It's not cool to have schizophrenia, but I just want to break the stigma, guys. So that's my channel's most important message. My YouTube channel: break the stigma, talk about mental illness, and when I meet someone new, I don't immediately tell him, "Oh, look, I'm schizophrenic," right? And explain what it means. But after he get to know me a bit, I'll usually tell.
yeah, like I too think that you need to know the person you are talking with, and he needs to know you. And just after that, you can tell about it because they can get, I don't know, not like angry, like mean to you. They can just vanish from your life because they're
Yeah,
afraid or something. Well,
yeah,
you can get like things like, a person that you told the person that you have the mental illness, and then like he is somehow connected to the person
uh-huh.
that is giving you a job, and he gets to know about it, and he just fires you.
Exactly. I mean, it's illegal to fire someone because of, I don't know, illness, right? But
Yeah, yeah.
people usually don't have money to sue the boss, so it's just left like that. They lose their jobs and they have nothing. But guys, uh, just try to get disability if you can and go to the special kind of work for people with disability. It's the best way. I did that for.
I wouldn't say that because
No?
here, yeah, because here the disability payment is really low. You can't live
Oh,
on that. Yeah, you
I.
can only afford basic things like food, water, and communal things. If you're
That's
renting a
bad.
flat, you're out. You have
That's
to have your
bad.
own flat.
Oh my god, that's bad. Oh, we need to
Yeah, here the
send
payment
aid.
in Kaliningrad, the maximum payment for Kaliningrad, like for people that can't work, like they are too sick to work.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
get paid only 12,000 rubles. And
Okay,
that's
so
really low.
our disability box is not enough to survive. It's like 1,000 zloty, which is like, I don't know,
It's
250 euro.
17,000. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
1,700 rubles, so like not so much apart.
250 euros a month. So you cannot live off that, pay bills and stuff. That's why I have to work. I am a schizophrenic and I take disability bucks, but I also work and pay taxes, you know. And but yeah, so that's that.
Yeah, so, and on the positive side, have you used your illness to gain some advantages?
Well,
Like if you're paranoid about something, like
uh,
you haven't made the mistake you should have had, like you must have had, that you if you don't well if you didn't have this paranoia, you would made the mistake. Like, was
uh,
there situations that it was like that?
you know, I take this as my advantage, like mostly like, well, I'm feeling just a bit bad, but I could go go somewhere, I don't know, to the shopping, but I just said, fuck it, no. I'm schizophrenic and I'm paranoid. I cannot go. So that's bad. I know I shouldn't do that. And can you explain to me more what you meant?
Yeah, like I'll use myself as an example.
Hmm?
Like my skills in music right now are better
Oh,
than they were
oh
because
yeah,
there's basically another person that is helping me.
oh
So it's
yeah.
like like a processor, like a
Uh-huh.
processor. It has like a regular processor has one core that he can do only one operation at a time.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, mine processor has two cores. We can do
Okay.
the two,
Uh-huh.
two computation at once.
Okay.
So that's one.
I
And the
can
second
imagine.
is
Yeah.
and the second is that if I'm alone and I'm feeling like nobody needs me, I can just like call in this girl and talk with her to ease myself.
That's so. That's so fucking interesting, actually.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
messed up, but that's how I live.
I never thought of it this way. I don't have like someone helping me, like second chord or what. But I am way more creative when I'm feeling like weird. When I'm feeling like I'm in remission now, I can draw, I can paint something, I can write, but it's not like overwhelmingly not good, you know. But when I'm in a bit of psychosis or depressed, I can do really nice things. I will show you later because you didn't see it yet.
Yeah, and so the next question. If you're in a big company and, well, your paranoia starts up, what do you do?
Okay, I try to clench my fist, you know, and close my mouth like very hard, like and I try to squeeze out, like I try to do something to leave. I don't know, tell them I'm feeling bad or whatever. So that's yeah, avoiding.
Yeah, like when I'm in a big company and something happens, I take my medication,
Mm.
then I kind of go to like another room or just somewhere that they can't hear me or see me and just kind of talk to myself to ease the
Oh,
feeling.
okay.
Yeah, like calming myself down.
So we both have it. My therapist told me on last meeting that we were working on my impulsiveness. So like I don't think before I do something, and I
Hmm.
end up like I don't know, being in paranoia or panic attack, and you know, let's say I get paranoid. I should like you do go into another room, not run away, just go into another room and cool down. So you are doing it right.
Yeah, like when I go to a room, like my therapist in Israel, he taught me how to, how do you call it? Meditation. Yeah, he taught me
Oh,
to meditate. Taught me about meditation, meditation, and
uh huh.
like you just sit somewhere, or well, you need to get a comfortable position, and you start breathing slowly and just concentrating on
Uh-huh.
your breathing.
Oh.
Then you need
Mm-hmm.
to concentrate on the cold air that comes in your nose and the warm air that comes out of your nose. Concentrate
All
on
right.
that. Then start relaxing first the hand, then the arm.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I had
Yeah,
that. I
then the
had that.
second
Uh-huh.
hand, the second arm, the legs, the torso, the neck, the head.
This is
And then,
exactly what my therapist told me. You are good. You are good. So you know your shit. But
yeah,
you,
and
yeah.
then you sit like this for 2 minutes, then you
Uh-huh.
start slowly getting up
Yep.
because you're kind of dizzy after this
Mm-hmm.
because you're breathing slowly. Then start breathing normally and you're good to go. Most likely it'll go away.
Okay, I have to get that, implement that in my life, because my boyfriend also told me that I should meditate, but I am just like, I am like a little ball of nerves all the time. Like I cannot sit. Wait. Okay, I cannot sit and be calm. I have to do something all the time, and it sucks.
You know, I think I'm not a doctor, but I think you should not use Abilify because it speeds you up.
Yeah, I
Or
guess
use a tranquilizer to calm yourself down because it's really not normal if you just can't sit down and do things.
exactly. I think I will have my appointment to my psychiatrist soon, and I will talk with him.
Yeah, you
Uh,
should. You should. I had the same problem, and I switched to other medication, and it's really helped me.
That's good. That's very good. I thought that my medication is good, but I have this thing after I believe I that I cannot sit straight. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's go
Yeah.
deeper.
So yeah, I'm a smoker. So
Me too.
well,
Me too. Don't worry.
yes. So uh, had you done anything in your psychosis, or how do you call it, and you feel ashamed of it? You don't need to tell me what the thing is. You just need to tell me, is it, do you have the thing or not?
I can tell you about one thing.
If you want to, I'm not pressuring you.
It's okay. I'm old enough to get over these things. I'm a bit ashamed of that. Okay, it was my father's funeral. When my father died, I was 16, and I was in a bit of psychotic. Like I had psychotic symptoms already then, and I think when my father died, I was in a shock, and it drove me into psychosis. And at the funeral, uh, the Jesus on a cross, like. Came off the coffin, like it fell from the coffin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my father was atheist, and I could swear I could hear him in the wind, and I started laughing like maniac on my father's funeral, as people were staring at me like, what the fuck is wrong with her? And that, yep. So I think that's that. Crazy, right?
Yeah, one thing that happened to me when
Yeah,
I got in a full-blown psychosis,
yeah.
I went to visit my friend,
Hmm.
and I don't know what happened next because I kind of blacked out,
Oh,
but I think I fed his dog alcohol.
oh,
Yeah.
oh. Well, you are in
Well,
psychosis, so
the dog is fine, so it's good. But he's like sick. Like when I stopped doing that, and I'm like sitting on a couch and
yeah.
just doing nothing, he got up to me and said, "What did you just do?" I was like, what had I
Oh
done?
my god.
You just poured alcohol in my dog's bowl."
Oh god.
I'm like, what? What? And I'm like, I'm sorry, man. If your dog gets sick, I'll take her to the vet. Please
Oh,
don't do anything.
okay. Well, I guess you can be ashamed of that, but we both can, I guess. You have to agree.
Yeah.
I
So another
yeah.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello.
I think there are some problems with the connection.
Still?
Yeah, now it's good. I can hear you.
Okay, so sorry for that,
So
folks. Yeah, okay.
so how do people react when you tell them, or they just find out? How do they react?
And they react like, what? You are so young and you have illness, you are sick, you are so young. And I'm one woman told me that she's afraid of schizophrenics, and I was like, well, I can understand that. We will talk about this later. I think like the most like creepy manifestation, right? But
Yeah,
yeah, I did one thing that I'm not really ashamed of. I'm more like scared of that I did that, and they some people might be scared of us, and that's understandable. But you have to tell them that we are more scared of people than the people should be scared of us. So that's that.
yeah, that's the thing.
Exactly.
So in my country,
Mm-hmm.
when people find out somehow, or I tell them first, they go into denying. Like, no, you're not. You're just
Uh-huh,
thinking it.
uh-huh, yeah,
You're
yeah.
just like you thought of it. Like you're
Uh-huh,
not sick.
uh-huh,
And then
yeah.
when I have proof for them that I'm really am schizophrenic, they like, what? You're a normal person. Why are you? And I'm like, just remember the strange things I've done. So, and they're like, oh, that's what they do. I thought they were just maniacs.
Oh my God. Yes,
Yeah,
uh, we have to spread the mental illness stigma, breaking stigma, because this is just, they should teach
yeah. I
up.
can't get a good job with because of it. Like shit. I need to travel abroad.
Oh my God. We should like do some kind of like manifest that, and it should be like teach at schools about stigma. I think that about
Yeah, yeah. I think
about
that's too.
about different conditions and stuff like that. At least a little. I don't know. Okay, so
Well, maybe medical students get to know that,
yeah,
but regular students aren't.
exactly. So
Yeah,
uh,
so what was the most creepy thing that happened to you?
the most creepy thing that happened to me.
Like that you've done or happened to you? Like what
Oh,
was the
okay.
most creepy manifestation of the illness?
Okay, so I was like walking around town with a knife because I wanted to find someone bad who would attack me, and I can stab him to death because I had the delusion that if I stab somebody to death, I will become God, and that's that, more or less.
Oh,
So yeah, and they locked me later.
well, my most creepy manifestation was that when I walked to my house, I kind of, well, my vision suddenly came, like I couldn't see anything, I could see just white for a moment.
Hmm.
And then when I looked around, it was like the old Königsberg.
Oh, oh,
Yes, all the buildings was old, but the roads were the same. And I'm like just walking through the town, and all I'm seeing is chariots and old buildings
oh
and
my
old
God,
people in old clothes.
that's
I'm like,
so
what
trippy.
the fuck?
That's so trippy, man.
Yeah, and for some reason I haven't bumped into anyone or in the tree because like everything aligned perfectly. Like their visual appearance
Uh-huh.
has changed, but the people that were walking past me, I saw them, but I saw them like the old times people. So
Oh my
like it
God.
was like that for 12, 20 minutes because I took my medication right after it started. And when it faded away, it's it was like the beginning. Suddenly it became very white, and then boom, I'm back to reality.
Oh my God, that's so trippy. I don't know how will
Yeah,
I react to that, but you have very interesting mind, I have to tell you. Uh,
yeah, that's because none of the doctor can say what I really have because like it's so strange. Nothing aligns with it.
Oh God.
They're saying that that my body can synthesize drugs, and I'm always high, and that's because it happens. But I'm not believing that. I think that's impossible.
I see. Okay. I don't know you long, but I think I got to know you pretty well during this podcast, and that's awesome. That's awesome. Like opening up to someone, it's a kind of therapy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Feel a bit better because I do.
Yeah, I too feel better because, like, talking to someone that not only understands you, like talking to someone that can just listen to you. They don't
Yeah.
have to understand you.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
listen and like ask questions like they're interested in it.
And don't stigmatize
That's
you, and
yeah, like not saying that you're a psycho, get off.
or you are just
Like
faking it, get out, or it isn't real, get out.
yeah,
Oh
just
my God.
like
I.
just
Mhm.
assuming that it's real. Like yeah, like that. Because if there are two bad things that can happen to you when you're talking to a person. First, you get called a psycho. The second is they don't believe you.
Yeah.
And like when they don't believe you, it's more easier because you can just say, "Well, I am faking it," and just continue with your life like you're just joked.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if they're calling you a psycho, no, you'll like your relationship will just get worse.
Exactly. Name calling is never okay. Fuck that. Cringe. I cringe at those people because they are just are either trolls or just silly. I don't know. Dim.
Yeah,
I
kind
don't
of
want to
that.
say stupid, but they are a bit of not very
They're
open-minded.
like close-minded,
Oh,
close-minded.
exactly. Okay, you have more questions for me?
No, I don't think I am.
Okay, so I have one final question for you. So, what would you like to tell people who don't struggle with mental health issues?
So I would tell them that mentally ill people are not all insane. It's like a cold. You're like feeling bad, but you're not a danger to the to the
Society, right?
environment, to
Mm-hmm.
society. Yeah, not danger with it. It's a problem in you. You're a
Yeah,
problem for yourself, not for the society.
exactly.
And if society can like, and when your friend gets cold, you just give him a medicine or something. You help them, and they get better, and they continue on with their lives like nothing happened. The same
Yeah,
thing can be applied to mental health.
very good, very good. Yes, so I hope this message will go further. And well, I would like to tell them that stigmatizing mental illness, mental disorders, for an example, saying that it's just in your head, get over it, or you are just lazy, depression isn't real, etc., is medieval. I know that diagnoses are labels, but these labels are important because each diagnosis consists of particular symptoms and they are grouped together to create a diagnosis, and thus it's much easier to implement proper fucking treatment for this or that group of symptoms. Oh, okay. I'm done. It was so fun. So break mental illness stigma, guys. And Daniel, if you want to say something more, now is the time.
Yeah, I think I've said everything. Well, even the final words from me.
Okay. Alright. So thank you very much for this podcast, and I hope that it was like something good will come out of it, something good came out of it, and like talking with somebody, sharing your thoughts and experiences, and it was a pleasure. So we are finished. Bye bye, guys.
Goodbye.